doing everything. They die when they sting you, and the male honeybee has sex, his dick breaks off, and he bleeds out.
Being successful doesn't mean that you have a lot of money or tons of these expensive cars or you go on vacations all the time. Success means that you have goals that you want to set out to achieve and you achieve them. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not that complicated, but people tend to think it's something that it's not. You can have a lot of cars or a lot of money and still not be successful. And a great way to become successful is by setting out in the world and going to achieve as much knowledge and power as you possibly can in whatever area you want to become successful in.
Proud of, but I'm going to be honest and everyone will back me up.
That means you go out and you get educated on that subject matter and you become a master of that material so that people come to you when they need help. And then you go out and network and get to know people and have people know you because you're so influential in that area. You would know everything about that thing that you love. You know the ins and outs and you know how it works and why it works and you know all of that.
Oh, my role in the universe really is. Oh, really? Wow.
And that way people will come to you and that will open so many doors for you, knowing so many people and knowing so much information that you'll be able to go out and achieve your goals in any which way possible as long as you stay focused and stay dedicated to the task at hand. As long as you wake up and try to get closer and closer each and every day to that goal, to that achievement that you want to receive every single day, step by step, you will slowly gain progress and then eventually it'll all come together. And you'll realize that you've made it, and that'll be an incredible feeling for you.
I have a 6-year-old daughter, man. There's not a lot a 48-year-old man and a 6-year-old girl have in common. You don't find someone for a long time, and then when you do, it changes your whole life. You find someone, maybe it's just a YouTube video and it's you saying it's you just pushing people and telling people to go get after it, and people see that and all of a sudden it's like they get goosebumps, their heart starts racing. It's like you gave them a drug, like you gave them fuel, and then they want to change their life, and then they want to watch you tomorrow, and then they want to watch you when they're at lunch break, they want to watch you there taking a shit, but that's fuel, and you literally can change a person's life through that. Because we need each other. I mean, it's one more piece of evidence that we need each other, and that we have this sort of very strange, loose-fitted community of all human beings together. And when someone like you does something that's exceptional and says something that's exceptional and has these inspirational words, it can change a person's whole life, change their whole path, change who they are. I've gotten so many messages from people that say, I lost 130 pounds. We're weird about visuals, man. People mutilate their kids' dicks because of visuals. That's what circumcision is about. A lot of people, look, I'm circumcised. I didn't ask to be. I'm sure a lot of you are circumcised, and I'm sure a lot of you circumcise your kids. But when you really stop and think about it, it's kind of crazy. I only have daughters, but me and my wife got in an argument about this shit. She goes, if we had a kid and he was a boy, I would want him to be circumcised. I go, why? She goes, because uncut dicks are disgusting. I'm like, how many have you seen? It was so confident. It wasn't like she saw two that weren't that pretty, but she was holding out a whole cute one. Picturing a river of sleepy, uncut dicks in her past. Just, what are you saying? I'm like, that's ridiculous. The way it looks, really, no. It looks gross. It's all this extra skin. Like, do you even know what a vagina looks like? Are you serious here? Have you ever been sober and squat down in front of a mirror? Because let me tell you something, the extra skin might be the best looking part of that contraption. I think that people are responsible for the Big Bang. And it's the stupidest idea I've ever come up with. And it's not even really my idea because I was high on a brownie in an isolation tank when I came up with it. The idea is, we're fascinated by technology. The biggest experiment right now is the Large Hadron Collider. You guys know what that is? It's the biggest experiment in human history. It's 10,000 different scientists from 100 different countries, and they've made this 22-mile long something machine that's spinning these atoms around a hair under the speed of light. They're gonna slam them into each other and make little black holes. But what's crazy about that is those particle physicist dudes that nobody understands, one of their theories is that inside every black hole may be a whole nother universe. And that what the whole universe might be is galaxies. Inside every galaxy is a black hole. Inside that black hole, hundreds of billions of galaxies, each with black holes in the center, each with hundreds of billions of galaxies. And it will go on forever. And they're just making this shit in Switzerland. And everybody's like, well, we gotta stop gay marriage. I'll tell you right now, ain't no gay guys gonna. Or wondering why other people are successful is the refuge of losers. It's a loser mentality. It's a loser occupation. It's a loser practice because you're wondering why other people are successful. Like, you can say you think it, but to spend time wondering why someone is successful and hating on someone being successful, it doesn't do any good. It's like, what is that old expression that jealousy is, it's a poison that does the opposite of its intended effect, the other person at all, but it poisons yourself. It wastes your energy and time. This is why I don't read Instagram comments or Twitter comments or YouTube comments. Like, I don't have any time. If I read them, it's an accident. But to seek them out, like, you have bandwidth. I don't spend time things or hating on someone or being jealous. You have, let's call it units. You have 100 units of bandwidth in your mind. So that means there's 100 units that you can spend on things you care about, or you could let your mind be occupied by some stupid Twitter feud that you're in with some idiot that you don't even know, and you could spend 30% of your Twitter bandwidth or your mind bandwidth